Ah, IronSight. Nothing better than getting on IronSight and having the OG Tubby Cluster TTV. But every IronSight video I've made on my channel, you guys have absolutely killed it. So if you guys want to see more IronSight videos or more other old school Call of Duty videos, make sure you guys drop a like in the video as well. Let me know down in the comments down below. But yeah, let's start with the video. Bro, it's crazy to me that we get into a game like this, an old game, and there's 3 maps to pick from. But yeah, so if some of you guys are wondering on where can you get IronSight, I believe it is a free-to-play game on Steam itself. I think this is the only place that you can get it. And a lot of people might be wondering, am I playing against real people? Yes, you guys are gonna see me. I will probably struggle getting kills because I'm a bot on mouse and keyboard. But that's one thing too, is I kind of like getting on and actually playing against real people instead of like getting on like COD Mobile. And with like COD Mobile, like 99% of the people are like bots. So like when I get on COD Mobile and I play, I'm not really playing against like real people compared to if I get on like IronSight. Everyone you play against is real. Like you don't have bots. There might be occasionally a couple bots here and there in a lobby, but I am the bot on IronSight. I am the bot in the lobby. Every single time I decide to get on and play IronSight, I am that trash can. I am that bot. And we're okay with that. I know a lot of people might be wondering as well as why don't you play like mouse and keyboard games like on controller? Like for me, if I'm getting on and playing a old school Call of Duty game or even a game like on Steam that's like an FPS game, I'm not a giant fan.
Look at this dude. Wait till he's trash.
Oh, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But yeah, to me, I personally just don't find the enjoyment of getting on these games and playing controller, which I probably could. But to me, like if I get on and play like an old school like FPS shooter, like COD Mobile or any type of IronSight or anything like that. Oh, let's go. I'm so dead. I'm dead. Wait, right here. I'll wait. Got nothing but time. There we go, baby. There we go. I could definitely get on and maybe try playing these games like controller, but to me, like if I'm playing like an IronSight or like a COD Mobile, I want to get on these games and play these games mouse and keyboard. I want to actually feel what it's like to play the game on the original output it's made for it. But I've been playing Call of Duty for I think like 15 years now. It's been a long time, and I've always played Call of Duty on controller. I've never played it on mouse and keyboard. I played it for like a couple videos, but to me, I just feel like Call of Duty will always be a controller game for me. But I've been using a controller my entire life. Ever since I started gaming on the GameCube, and I went to GameCube to PS2, basically all the way to PS3, and then to the PS4. Like, I've always have been a Sony kid. A lot of people don't know this about me. I actually was a huge... Most people don't know this about me either. Like, I used to be a huge, and I mean huge, like very heavily addicted to Madden. Like, I used to play Madden 08. I used to play that game literally almost every single day, hours on end. Like, I used to not get off that game. And it got so bad to a point that Madden used to have a thing called fantasy mode, which I believe they brought it back in recent Maddens, but they did remove it for well over, I think, a decade. And to me, that was the favorite thing in Madden. But you would pick a team, and then you'd have a draft. So I think it would go to 32 rounds. I would sit through that entire draft and pick my team. And I knew exactly when everyone got picked on what round and what draft pick I could get them by just the certain round. Like, it was bad. Like, but I played Madden 08 so much that it was probably unhealthy on the amount of days I actually got on and played Madden 08. And then I got into NFL Street too. And NFL Street 2, that game, don't even get me started on how many days I had on NFL Street 2. I don't think I got off that game. I don't think I showered. I honestly think I played that game for days on end without showering. I know what it's like, but for me, every time the PDW is in any sort of Call of Duty game or any FPS shooter game, I feel like I have to use it. No matter if it's dog water, good, bad, or what. I feel like this is a gun that I have to use every single time just because of the nostalgia factor of me playing Modern Warfare 2 for so long, and I just love the PDW. I just love the 50-round mag on an SMG. I just love it. Someone has to be getting a UAV shortly. No! NFL Street 2 probably is my favorite game of all time. Like, that is what made me super addicted to video games. And then obviously coming to Call of Duty, playing World at War was like my first love with Call of Duty was just World at War. Once I played World at War for the first time, and I played that zombies, and I played that campaign when I was super young, I was hooked to Call of Duty. You were not getting me off of Call of Duty ever again when I play World at War. Like, that's why I'm very biased towards World at War. I think everyone is. It's always like that first Call of Duty you play that got you hooked is always the Call of Duty that you love. And to me personally, I think World at War is a great Call of Duty. Granted, it was such an old Call of Duty. It came out, I believe, in 09, I think it came out, 08. I think COD 4 came out in 07. World at War might have came out in 08. I could be wrong with the times of those games coming out because it was so long ago. World at War was definitely my first love of Call of Duty. And then I just got instantly hooked to Call of Duty. Let me grab this. There we go. Ooh, a UMP? Dude, I'm zooming with this thing. But like, World at War definitely was like that first Call of Duty game where I knew, like, I'm not getting off this game ever. And I didn't. I played that game so much. The sad part is I didn't own World at War on my own account. I had to share with my brother. So that's one thing that I kind of wish I owned or had was my own World at War account, which eventually when I got my PlayStation, I did buy World at War, but that game, I love World at War, but that game was so hacked to a point where getting the game a couple years later, like a year or two later, it was kind of like unplayable. Like World at War got very hacked very early, especially that was around the time where a lot of people were just doing those elevator glitches. It happened in Modern Warfare 2 too. Like elevator glitches were very popular in World at War, but the other way, no. That was the worst thing about just playing like World at War and MW2 was the elevator glitches were very heavy. Even like Black Ops 2 was super hacked like a year after that game being out compared to like I feel like MW3 and BO1 weren't as hacked. But that's kind of one thing I felt that was going to happen to Black Ops 2 was just, especially on how popular it became and just how many YouTubers that were blowing up at the time. Because like most people don't realize during Black Ops 2, not only was it a popular game for content creation at that time, you had YouTubers like KR Speedy that eclipsed 1 million, Van Oz Gaming that eclipsed 1 million, SS Sniper Wolf that eclipsed 1 million, Allier, Team Martin. There was so many YouTubers during Black Ops 2 that blew up. And that's only the multiplayer side of things. And you had like Noah J. And you had a lot of like zombie creators that just absolutely blew up during Black Ops 2. I had a gut feeling that that game was going to become very hacked. And it was also going to be very unplayable. Because even like now, like trying to go back and you're trying to play those games now, even with Xbox basically making all the old games basically playable, like Black Ops 2 is still a game that you can't even get on and play. Black Ops 2 was hacked a year or two after the game was being played. And obviously, you're going to run into hackers no matter what game you play. But yeah, that's IronSight. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you guys drop a like on the video as well. Let me know down in the comments down below. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Baby, but you know I never